So when I see my friends downloading ROMs or getting emulators, or when I see YouTube videos of people like showing how to get certain ROMs or emulators, I usually have to stop them or like leave a comment like helping people out, because I see them downloading ROMs from the wrong sites. One of my friends thought he knew what he was doing and downloaded a ROM from a website and accidentally messed up my other friend's computer. By the time I found out, it was already too late. But on YouTube videos, I see people listing ROMs from like 2 different websites and only using one that's good and not checking the other one, thus giving unexperienced viewers viruses. But I myself have a lot of experience in emulation. I've been doing it for about 5 years now, so I've figured out what all the good emulators are and all the good ROM websites and where to get them. So I'll be telling you which websites are bad to get ROMs from first. But keep in mind, I am using an ad blocker, so the bad websites could be worse than I see, and may even be impossible to get the download without an ad blocker. The first bad website is FreeROMs, and this one is like a really commonly used virus ROM site that I see people using. If you can even make it to the download, which is actually kind of hard because it prompts you to download their toolbar extension, and if you say skip both times, it still downloads it. But if you do get past that, then it downloads an exe file disguised as a ROM, which has the FreeROMs logo as the icon. I've never actually opened it because I've obviously automatically deleted it or my virus protections have gotten it. But I've heard that if you open it and you don't let your virus software get rid of it, it downloads a toolbar on your PC, which is almost always viruses, and a ton of adware, and doesn't give you a ROM. But yeah, this one's the worst. Don't ever visit this site. But the second bad one is Portal ROMs. Portal ROMs makes it hard to download in the first place, because it makes you wait 90 seconds to get your download, unless you control left-click and add. If you can make it to the download, it downloads a .torrent file on your computer, which is an immediate red flag. I'm going to read to you what a torrent file is straight from a website called whatis.techtarget.com, so credit goes to them for this explanation here. Torrent is a file extension for a BitTorrent file format used by BitTorrent clients. Torrent files contain text and point out the trackers for a download to begin downloading from distributors, known as seeders, and requesting clients, known as leechers. BitTorrent is a content distribution protocol that enables efficient software distribution and peer-to-peer sharing of very large files, such as entire movies and TV shows, by enabling users to serve as a network redistribution points. BitTorrent allows sharing of downloaded portions of a torrent that other users have not fully downloaded. BitTorrent's protocol has been described as a swarming, scatter, and gather file transfer protocol. Rather than having to send a download to each customer requesting it, the seeder of content sends it to one requesting client, known as a leech, who, in turn, shares it with other leeches who, if following etiquette, remain connected to the seed the completed torrent to other leechers. So obviously this website is fake. The next bad website is CoolROMs, but when I started emulation, I used an Android, and I got all my ROMs from this site. And most of the times I tried to get a Pokemon game, but every single time I got like a bootleg of some sort. And the most like memorable ones were actually featured in one of JonTron's most popular videos, like the Pokemon games one. I got the Sonic the Hedgehog Pikachu one trying to download. I don't remember. It was some sort of I think it was Pokemon Yellow. And I got Vietnamese Crystal looking for an English version of Pokemon Crystal. But 8-year-old me was pretty confused on that one. But CoolROMs is a lot different now. It has the exact same pop-up that FreeROMs has. It attempts to make you download an extension. Instead of giving you a ROM when you get to the download, it gives you, I say this in quotes, a downloader for whatever game you choose. I didn't open this downloader, I deleted it immediately, but I'm almost positive it's a virus because of the way emulation is. Plus my virus protection tried getting rid of it. Another bad website I found is romsmania.com, which downloads an exe file and it has a very, very similar layout to another ROM website, which does the same thing, which is called LoveROMs. I'm assuming they have a web development team that duplicates the website and changes the CSS of it to get a bunch of people to download their stuff. But yeah, those are most of the bad ones that I found. I found some other websites that I've always seen as sketchy and never really gotten things from. But I've actually ended up getting a ROM from these, trying to find bad websites. But I still recommend you don't get ROMs from the websites. I'm about to mention them, because they're still pretty sketchy. That's Dope ROMs and ROM Hustler. But there is one kind of good and bad website. It's called Complete ROMs. So if you don't use an ad blocker, it takes you to a scam website, If you don't click out fast enough, it downloads a virus, but you can get rid of that pretty easily as long as you don't open it. But if you do use an ad blocker like I do, it's a really good website to get ROMs from because it looks nice, it has a big selection, including ones that like get DMCA'd on the best website, and some hacks as well, like ROM hacks. I haven't really had a problem with this one though because I use an ad blocker. But the best website to use is easily EmuParadise, and it's the only non-sketchy virus-free website that I found. The only problem is that almost all big Nintendo games got DMCA'd, and you can't download them from there anymore. So for old popular titles, I usually go to Complete ROMs. But EmuParadise has a huge selection of ROMs. It has a community. It's virus-free. Has a browser player, so you can play the games there. Music, videos, and a ton of other stuff. So this is 100% definitely where you should be getting your ROMs from. If there are any other ROM sites I haven't mentioned, which there are, still don't go on them because most of them will have viruses because they're probably obscure. But I hope I helped you some way in this video. If I did, please leave a like so I can keep doing these kinds of videos. Also, check the description for more information like what emulators to use and which file extensions to look out for. But that's all I have for this video. Thanks for watching, and peace.